Kansas City High School. It is the semifinal round of the North Kansas City Invitational. The winner gets North Kansas City tomorrow, and we have got a phenomenal matchup in the second semifinal. Shawnee Mission Northwest comes in 9-0, taking on a red-hot Grandview team, 8-2. I am Tim Spurl. He is the Hall of Famer, Michael Watson. And, Michael, you want to talk about some star power. This game is loaded.
This game is loaded. It's one of the premier matchups so far in the season of 2024. Two really good teams from across the state lines.
Grandview is led by a second-team All-Stater in Josiah Kirkwood. This guy can go get it.
Yeah, he can get up and down the floor. He is so quick. You said it last season, second-team All-State already has offers from William Woods and Knox, but he is an engine for this team on both ends of the floor. The way he goes, so goes the Bulldogs.
And on the other side for Shawnee Mission Northwest, they have got a lot of talent, but maybe the biggest star in the area, Ethan Taylor, the top-ranked sophomore recruit in the state of Kansas.
And hasn't even begun to touch his ceiling at 7 feet tall. Athletic, can run the floor. I mean, has huge hands, but you can't cheat 7 foot, averaging nearly a double-double for Northwest.
Both of these teams top 10 in their respective classes. A ton of talent on display tonight, the semifinal round of the North Kansas City Invitational. Back from Northtown, ready to get going with the second semifinal game of the North Kansas City Invitational. Ball is up and we are underway between Shawnee Mission Northwest and Grandview. The Cougars of Northwest in those all whites going right to left in quarter one, and immediately they go down to Ethan Taylor inside.
And you're going to have that advantage. You got to take advantage of it, and they do that first play out of the gate.
Grandview in those Carolina blue uniforms going left to right behind head coach Prentice Potts. They are the 7th-ranked team in Missouri Class 5 in mid-January. Baseline reverse layup not there, but Kobe Johnson earns a trip to the line.
Yeah, nice high-low action. Northwest back into a zone. Good job of kind of picking that one apart for the Bulldogs.
Kobe Johnson just earned his first collegiate offer this past week. A JUCO offer makes him one of 3 guys on this roster with at least one college offer. Johnson, Michael Smith, and Josiah Kirkwood. We'll talk plenty about him tonight as this game rolls along. But this is a Grandview team that returned a ton of talent from last year's 20-7 team that fell short in the District 7 final to Belton. But they reloaded. And they're 8-2 to start the year, and they have played some tough opponents in the early season. This is going to be another tough test. Shawnee Mission Northwest undefeated right now. Van Collins got that blocked, but Ethan Taylor is there for the follow.
I mean, just right place, right time. You see Grandview, they want to push the tempo until Northwest kind of scouted them getting back into that zone defense. But good job standing around the basket as,
Aiden Lee dials one in.
Knocking that one down. See the backcourt for Grandview, not big, but those guys play big on the perimeter for Coach Prentice Potts.
The double comes to Ethan Taylor, and he's stripped by Lee. The 5'9" Lee picks the pocket of the 7-footer. And on the other side, reverse layup will not fall for Smith. And Riley will work ahead. And Shawnee Mission Northwest in the half court. Open 3 for Riley. Boarded by Smith. Averaging 6 rebounds a game is the Hogan Prep transfer. And Smith gets fouled on his drive.
That's a great job by Smith. No one stops the ball. He goes downhill all the way to the basket. It's a good job probing. Goes right through the middle of that 2-3 zone. Able to draw the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot, too.
Maybe most importantly there is that's already one foul on Ethan Taylor. And surely that's got to be part of the game plan.
Yeah, you want to go at the big. Take a look at Coach Prentice Potts for Grandview, former Shawnee Mission North Star. Really getting this program back on track. and Grandview, those guys, you know Prentice Potts, they take on his personality. They're going to be tough-nosed on the defensive end. They're not going to back down from any challenge.
And we see full court press being applied by those Bulldogs, nearly causing a turnover, and they did. Aiden Lee, pesky on the sideline, and Northwest hands it over.
Take a look right here, picking up full court, makes the point, pick up the dribble. Right on the side, does step out. Good call by the official.
Taylor boards the missed three, and back come the Cougars. David Riley, one of the better three-point shooters on this team. Now Collins lost
Turnover.
Michael Smith in the open floor.
Uh-oh! I saw him taking the dunk steps. Michael Smith putting that one down. And the pressure getting to him right there. Smith picks that one up. Slows down right here. Defender running by him. Doesn't matter. Come fly with me, my man Michael Smith.
And Michael Smith can play, averaging 14 a game this year. Was at Hogan Prep a season ago where he averaged 20 a game. On the baseline, this one poked out after the miss. It's tracked down by Van Collins. Open three straight away for Evan Riley.
Man, what an answer right there. Big shot. You see Grandview, they want to make you speed up and turn you over. That time, knocking it down from three.
Gives us a chance to check in with Dion Clisso for the first time tonight.
Well, guys, one thing that stands out to me is the bench of Grandview. Not just talking with the players, assistant coaches really vocal, really encouraging on defense, and you see where that attitude comes from. It's all the way down to the last kid on the bench and every assistant coach.
Yeah, that bench has been loud in this first quarter thus far. Ethan Taylor just collected his first block of the night. He's averaging 4 blocks a game. Go along with 11 points and 10 rebounds for the 7-footer. Riley getting to the rack. He lost it going up, but a foul call is going to put him to the line.
It was a good job turning the corner against Lee, taking the angle. He bails him out at the end. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Early on, though, you kind of see the pressure of Grandview has prevented Northwest from finding their footing in the half court. Seems like similar to what we saw in the first game, they're a little bit sped up early on out of the gates.
Yeah, and that's credit to Grandview. The way they play defense, they want to make it kind of helter-skelter and utilize their size or undersized, being undersized to their advantage. If you're going to be out there with two guards under 5'10", they better pick up full court and make it difficult.
Smith from the elbow. A lot of passing on this possession for Grandview.
That 2-3 zone, you got to see where your shot opportunities are in that high post when you get it in. Got to take advantage of it.
Kirkwood from the corner.
Nice, Kirkwood.
He is their best three-point shooter at better than 42% this year.
I grew up with his father, the pastor, Marvin Kirkwood, one of my good friends. It's so great to see his son out there balling. He's been having a great career at Grandview.
Kirkwood back the other way, looking for more. Ends in the hands of Aiden Lee, and now they go into the corner. But a travel will hand it back to Northwest.
And there's the head coach for Shawnee Mission Northwest, David Birch, leading up this phenomenal Northwest team.
Quazell Pickens into the game for the first time tonight. Yeah, David Birch has done a tremendous job in the time that he has been here. 15-8 last year, but they made it all the way to the state quarterfinal round where they lost to eventual state champion Blue Valley Northwest. And you ask people around the area familiar with this team, and a lot of people have just penciled Northwest into the state tournament.
Yeah.
They're the third-ranked team in Kansas 6A. And people think that them and Blue Valley Northwest probably on a collision course to meet up again in the state tournament. But still a lot of time between now and March. These teams trying to get to the championship game tomorrow. Catch and shoot off the mark. Keaton Wagler leads the charge for Northwest. And after the first 2 possessions, they've struggled to get it to Ethan Taylor. Here's a 3. That's straight away from Fulton.
That's how you open up the inside. You knock down some shots from the outside and make those guards who are trying to double down and make the entry passes hard and make it more difficult for them.
Lee gets it back on the wing. And now Smith has to pick up his dribble. Nearly threw it away. This Northwest defense, they've also been sound.
They have, and they're stout in their zone, making it difficult for Grandview as they turn it over.
Here a miscommunication between Smith and Kirkwood. And now Michael Smith will come off with 1:57 to go in this opening quarter. Slow start offensively for both teams, but 2 teams that really play defense well. That's been their mantra all season.
Trying to get inside to Taylor, and they do.
Double comes, doesn't matter.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. Once he raises up, he's already 9 feet in the air. He's not blocking that one.
And Michael Smith is one of their bigger guys on this roster at only 6'3", so especially when he's off the floor, it's really a matchup nightmare for Grandview. And I'd imagine while he remains out, Northwest will keep going back to that well. Aiden Lee will try a 3. Offensive rebounds.
That was a good job by Grandview staying with it on the board. It's so difficult. You have to rebound out of those zones.
Quazell Pickens keeps this possession alive. And now Kobe Johnson from the free throw line. He can't find the mark as we go inside 50 seconds. Collins.
Good help, Kirkwood.
From the backside, Kirkwood picking the pocket. Kirkwood up and running. Got fouled. And he'll go to the line.
That's what you have to do when you're Grandview. You're outsized by Northwest. You have to push the tempo, try to get easy buckets, not allowing Northwest to set up in that zone. Those guys are long and they're big on the inside. Good job by Kirkwood of pushing the tempo and drawing that foul.
Kirkwood, All-State a year ago as a junior. Mentioned he's got a few offers on his ledger already. Most notably that William Woods offer. And again, another undersized guard that is just a phenomenal athlete. We saw another guy in the earlier semifinal game. Very similar description. Kobe Kudrowski, undersized, but he showed a lot of flashes in that earlier game. And Kirkwood is just another guy that the size may hold a bit of a ceiling as far as some of the offers that you're going to get, but without a doubt, this is a next-level player.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He'll make a college coach very happy with his toughness on both ends of the floor, his ability to score the basketball.
One of the premier scoring guards in the Kansas City area.
Looking at D right there by Lee out top.
And
we get 5
timeout.
Got a timeout. Okay, I thought we had 5-second count.
David Birch bails out his senior guard, Devin Bolton. And we sort of mentioned this pace in the pregame. Grandview wants to play sped up. They want to make it a hectic pace, especially when you get into the front court. They're going to continue to bring the pressure, and I think they're perfectly content with a low-scoring game.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you just want to stay within striking distance of this team. We take a look inside the huddle of Grandview and Coach Bennett spots. He's talking about the toughness, the attention to detail, and not allowing these guys to feel comfortable on the offensive end. Make those entry passes tough. And Coach Birch, he's talking to his team about not just standing around. Once you see your teammate being pressured, come give him a release valve up top, and he called a timeout just to let his guys know these last 16 seconds, let's get a good shot at the basket.
Could very well be the last possession of this first quarter as well. Ty Jackson. Inside 10 seconds. Bolton, he'll put it on the deck. Bolton forces one up short. Aiden Lee trying to run. Aiden Lee got it off.
Go!
Off the front iron. A hectic first 8 minutes from Northtown in a tie game after one quarter. And you're watching the Hy-Vee Pepsi Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Happy to have you along. Tim Spurl and UMKC's all-time leading scorer, Michael Watson, alongside of you. Winner to get the host school, North Kansas City, tomorrow in the championship of this North Kansas City Invitational. And we talked about it in game one, but this has been going for 74 years now. And Michael, you were, what I've been told, a staple of this Invitational back in your playing days.
I'm telling you, the legend grows the more you talk about it.
I'm not going to stop.
The legend grows. I mean, if you ask me, I'm the all-time leading scorer in the history of the tournament in 74 years.
I confirmed that with several people.
There you go. There you go, man.
One being me, the other being you.
There you go. I mean, that's several. That is several.
A tie game, though, after one quarter. And what coach is more excited about that first quarter?
I definitely think it's Coach Potts, because when you got an advantage like Northwest has especially the skill positions in the big down low, the fact that you're tied with a team like this, undefeated, you got to be happy the way your guys are playing.
Grandview is going to start with the basketball 8-2 this year, but they have won 5 straight. Their only 2 losses to Baser Linwood back on December 5th, 66-65. And they also dropped the game to Oak Park at the start of the year, 74-49.
Nice pass.
Kobe Johnson floats in 2 more. He's averaging nearly a double-double, 11 and 9.
That's a nice pass by Lee, drawing the big and Taylor, and then dropping it off to Kobe.
A whistle and a foul up top against Michael Smith. That's the other thing about Grandview. Already it's been on display. They move the ball really well, and the numbers reflect that. 3 guys average double digits, with another Aiden Lee averaging just shy of 10 points. So they've got a lot of guys that bear the scoring burden.
But I just love how they play defense. I mean, they get after it. Nothing is easy. They talk and communicate so well on the defensive end.
Taylor had 6 in that first quarter. Wagler. He'll try the right side of that lane. He gets it back in the quarter. Baseline floater. Taylor another rebound. And Ethan Taylor will get sent to the line.
And it is a battle down low to keep Taylor off the glass. Take a look right here. Got 3 players around him. He's still able to come up with it and draw the foul.
He is the top-ranked sophomore recruit in the state of Kansas. UMKC, Missouri State have offered. He has a scheduled visit on the books for Lawrence, Kansas, coming up in February. Every big school is going to be after this guy. Only a sophomore.
Oh, man.
Pretty floater by Kobe Johnson.
And Kobe Johnson going right at Taylor over the outstretched arms.
Into the corner. Open 3 ball. It's short, and it's going to go back over to Grandview.
Well, Taylor was right there by the basket, elected to kick that out to the 3. Could have just turned around and dunked it.
That's a rare miss for Avon Riley. He's shooting 54% from 3.
Well, he got that shot.
And that's not a small sample size either. He shot more than 30 of them this year. So he's getting up plenty of threes. He is that good of a 3-point shooter, but a rare miss there.
And then you see Northwest, they're out of that zone defense, coming back to man-to-man. And this, to me, first in the advantage of Grandview. A lot of good one-on-one players.
Kirkwood off the mark. Dion Clisso, what are you seeing?
Well, guys, I'll tell you, the defense down here by Grandview is so frenetic. You feel it on the sidelines. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, it's tense when Northwest has the ball, and it's got to be just nerve-wracking because there's somebody in your grill almost every step you take. So it's definitely a state of mind that they're trying to push on Northwest, and Northwest isn't really handling it.
Wagler got that blocked by Johnson.
Man, look at Johnson going up to get that.
And what's the call here? I believe Wagler on the floor picks up the personal.
Well, take a look at Johnson coming over and help side. Watch this block. Give me that. Just gets a piece of it. And then, oh, yeah, they gave Wagler for grabbing the foot of the Grandview player. Good call by the official right on top of it. And Dion talked about it. I mean, you could feel the intensity on the defensive end by Grandview. That's why they're always in games, even the games that they lost were about single digits because those guys compete on the defensive end.
Richardson. Josiah Kirkwood slowing things down. 4-point Grandview lead. Open three. Kobe Johnson short but an offensive board. Smith attacking. Michael Smith. Reverse layup.
Michael Smith is showing some nice moves tonight. That time, faking the pass out, stepping in with the reverse layup.
Turnaround jumper from just inside the arc.
Oh, that was nice right there.
Tyler Salmon, 6'7" junior. Nearly 40% clip from beyond the arc, but that one inside the arc. Three on the other side. Won't roll in.
Lee, just short, but that's a good look.
Extra pass for Collins on the baseline. Back into the hands of Riley, open three. Missed another. Offensive rebound, no call. Possession stays alive. Taylor couldn't throw it down. And now Aiden Lee wants to run. 3-on-1. Lee spins it in and one.
What a move by Lee. I mean, he's going full speed ahead. I thought he had a chance to drop this off, but he decides to keep it, takes the contact, the nice soft touch to get that one to go.
What a finish.
Oh, man, he's pumped up. I think it was the pink shoes. Pretty sure.
The 5'9" guard. Incredible body control. That's the second time tonight that we've seen a player turn his head to the basket and still somehow finish.
Oh, man, Kobe Kudrowski, I think he had the shot of the season so far on Spectrum News. That should be on, like, one of the opens. I know we're still waiting for Dion's intro theme music. Next time, I'm going to just hum it.
Got a to-do list starting to build.
Yeah, we do.
Open three, boarded by Smith. Ripping it away from a couple of defenders down there. Smith stop and pop. Not there. Rebounds. Taken by Bolton. Riley. Quick turnaround. Missed everything. And it's a 2-on-1 break. Lee. Great dish to Kirkwood.
Man, great job. His ability to catch up to that. Running full speed and then drop it off. Take another look at this. Guard to guard, Kirkwood to Lee, Lee back to Kirkwood. I mean, a perfect bounce pass. If he would have tried a chest pass, that would have been a steal. Watch this. It goes right underneath Raleigh's arm for the bucket. And Grandview right now on top of, Shawnee Mission Northwest by 8.
And it's the pace. Grandview is getting out and running. And how about next week, if you like pace? This will be a fun one. Piper taking on DeSoto. Two very good teams as we flip back over to the Kansas side of the Metro. That one should be a lot of fun for your Hy-Vee Pepsi Game of the Week next Friday night. But back from Northtown, the pace of Grandview is taken over in this second quarter.
No, it really has. The pace and the mentality of Grandview on the defensive end. These guys are interconnected. They do a great job on help defense. And with winning their one-on-one matchups, coaches will talk about it. Can you keep your man in front of you, which makes this easier for our team? And so far tonight, they've been doing just that. And once they do turn them over, they're getting out on the break, and they're not afraid to go right at the bigs for the Cougars. Oh, man, you hear this music?
Well, you've been loving it.
I'm all about it. I need the CD. You think they got a CD down there? You think it's people who use CDs?
I can work you.
Do you remember CDs?
Yeah. Oh, come on now.
I just had to ask.
You're dating me here. This is ridiculous. You remember CDs? What are we doing?
I had to ask, man. You know? Take it back to Chad's time, man, with records.
You know what a radio is?
And 8 tracks.
You know? Come on. A bump at midcourt. They'll stay with Northwest, and back in comes Kobe Johnson. In Northwest, I would imagine a lot of teams don't run on them. Not just straight rebounding misses, because, again, you would imagine that a lot of teams, when they play Northwest, sort of have to build it in down low to defend against the longer Taylor, which doesn't present a ton of leak-out opportunities. Grandview just hasn't cared.
No, they don't care. I talked to Coach Potts before the game, and he said, man, you need some size. And I said, no, you don't. That's offensive. And I thought he put that elbow into him. But he said, well, you know, we don't have a lot of size, but we got a lot of heart. And those guys get out. Take a look right here. I thought, watch this. He turns with that left. Yeah. Definitely could have gone offensively.
Bolton will retreat, and now he'll attack. A foul will send Bolton to the line with 3 to go in this second quarter. A second quarter, by the way, where Shawnee Mission Northwest has only scored 2 points.
Yeah, they've been quiet on the offensive end, but that's the credit to Grandview and how well they're playing defensively. They're just taking Northwest out of their groove, their normal routine, seeing some ill-advised shots as well.
Ethan Taylor scored 6 points in the first quarter, but they have struggled to just go through him on the offensive end, which, again, you would imagine is something that they probably haven't struggled with in most games this season. He's only averaging 11, but when you got a guy like that, I imagine a lot of it is built off of just working it into the post and at least getting him a touch.
Yeah, but it's been difficult because if you can't see to make a good entry pass, it doesn't matter who's down there. That's why coaches always preach ball pressure, on ball pressure, because it makes the pass that much more difficult.
And a foul again underneath against Grandview, but it's sort of what we saw in the North Kansas City game in our earlier semifinal. But North Kansas City was just so effective doing it. It felt like every possession down, they got their big at least one touch, and that led to a lot of open opportunities, whether it be on the perimeter or back door, so on and so forth. But it seems like Northwest wants to do that, but they just haven't been able to get that entry made.
Yeah, I think it's on the passer and it's on the receiver, and Taylor has to do a better job of getting good position, putting his hand out, and allowing his guys to get it to the spot. But so far, it's just been a great job of Grandview not allowing that to happen.
Van Collins gets them both. Northwest not without their fair share of offensive weapons, though. Ethan Taylor far from the only guy that can go get a bucket on this Northwest team. Meanwhile, Grandview's got several guys that can fill it up, including this guy. Johnson now. Back door, it was there, but Andy Richardson never saw the pass.
Yeah, he wasn't looking, but that was a good thought. That time would have been a wide open layup.
Back to a 6-point game, and Northwest could keep chipping away on this possession. Nixon lobs down low for Taylor.
That's a good entry pass right there. Good seal, walking him up the lane for Taylor for an easy dunk.
And that play is just unguardable for Grandview.
Literally.
Johnson, Kirkwood turning around. Offensive rebound, new life to this possession. Heel of the iron, and Taylor has another rebound. Grandview has not trailed in this second quarter, and Ethan Taylor will go to the line with 1:35 to go till halftime.
Well, that time the rotation was slow, but this time it was a great job by Taylor and a nice entry pass. And you see, we talked about it, no on-ball pressure, so you're allowing an easy opportunity for the guy to lob it over the top right here. See, no ball pressure, easy pass, and Taylor makes him pay.
And for most of the second quarter, that pass just hasn't been available for Northwest. But now you notice on the last two possessions down the floor, Northwest makes a point to get Ethan Taylor involved. He splits the free throws, and it was taken away briefly, but Makai Husky grabs it right back for Grandview.
Minute 22 remaining in this first half, and Bulldogs had gotten out to an 8-point lead. Cougars battle back now, only down 3.
Kirkwood into a 3, not there.
Yeah, didn't need that shot that early. Probably want to use a little bit more of the clock.
Riley hit the deck after missing that shot, and now Grandview's going to run with numbers. Kirkwood leading the break.
Man, we'll finish with the left. And he is going full speed after that rebound.
It's a great way to bounce out of a quick shooting slump for Grandview.
That's it. I mean, one-on-one, he's no slowing down. And watch that left-hand finish. So difficult. He's a right-hand shooter. That's what Grandview has done all first half. Rebound and get out on the break and look for their opportunities early, not allowing Northwest to set up in that zone.
Josiah Kirkwood starting to fill it up for Grandview. He has got 9 points. Him and Ethan Taylor both sitting at 9, and the winner of this game has got a heck of a matchup tomorrow afternoon against North Kansas City in the championship game. And we were talking about it at the end of that North Kansas City game. Either team they see tomorrow is going to make for a wonderful matchup, and it's been evident so far.
Yeah, it really has. We saw North Kansas City just make kind of easy work out of Park Hill South. And like you said, I don't think either of these teams, Grandview or Northwest, will be an easy out tomorrow. So you guys are free tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Come out and watch a really good championship game here at North Kansas City High School. Got to give some love and a shout out to the principal, Dr. Jerome Jones, and the great staff down here at North Kansas City High School. This beautiful facility. It's only a few years old, maybe 4 years old now, here in Northtown.
They do have some of the best facilities in the area, not only in the field house, but the football field is gorgeous.
Yeah. Has that old school feel to it, but it's new, modern.
Taylor missed the bunny. We're inside 26 seconds, but first a foul as Kobe Johnson, who pulled down that rebound, got bumped. He's got length at 6'6", and he's held his own against Ethan Taylor on a lot of these loose balls.
Yeah, doing a good job of being physical, pushing Taylor out, not allowing him to get easy opportunities. It's kind of frustrated Taylor a little bit.
And Grandview can likely hold for the final shot of this second quarter. They have had Northwest uncomfortable much of the way in this first half, and they would love to add 2 or 3 more on to this 5-point lead before halftime.
It's Kirkwood.
Kirkwood turn around in the lane. Rebound, battled for, and a foul with 1.7 to go in the half.
Is that 15 fouls against Northwest, or is that 4?
I believe it's 4, meaning that's going to be an inbounds underneath as opposed to a 1-on-1 chance to end the half. But still, 1.7, plenty of time. Trying to work to Goolsby. He's got it. Trying to turn around, didn't get it off. And that is how the first half ends. However, Grandview flexing their muscles, getting out and turning this into a track meet in the first half. They have a 5-point lead over the undefeated Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest. Not a bad half for Prentice Potts' team.
Not at all. They have the momentum as well. They understand what it takes to really throw some haymakers at Northwest, how to keep the big man Taylor off the glass, and then do what they do best. Pick up full court, turnover, and get out into transition.
Dion Clisso is standing alongside Prentice Potts.
Coach Potts, really outstanding first quarter. They kind of claw back a little bit in the second quarter. What do you like about the way your defense is playing right now?
Right now, we're playing as a unit. So we're playing together. We're talking when we need to talk. We're rebounding really, really well. I want to see us transition out of getting stops to the other end a little bit better. We got to execute.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Of course, Prentice Potts not satisfied with his transition game, even though that transition game was in full force in the first half. Grandview up 5, but plenty of work to do from North Kansas City Invitational. Back from North Kansas City, halftime of the second semifinal of the North Kansas City Invitational. A 5-point Grandview lead at halftime over the undefeated Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest, 24-19. I am Tim Spurl. He is Michael Watson. And after one half, the speed and transition game of Prentice Potts' team flexing their muscles in the first 16 minutes. Josiah Kirkwood, a good first half. He had 9 points. And it was a lot of defense to offense in transition. But on the other side, tough to deal with Ethan Taylor.
It did definitely tough to deal with the big guy on the inside. And it looked like Northwest was going to have some success early on, but Grandview really turned it up on the defensive end after a couple of nice shots by Northwest. This is one of the few entry passes that was able to get inside because these Bulldogs got it going on the offensive end. Lee knocking it down from 3 to get Northwest really out of that zone, and Michael Smith getting the steal, taking the dunk steps, and putting it down for the Bulldogs. And initially when Northwest was in that zone, it's how you get a team out of the zone. You shoot them out, and Kirkwood doing a good job at time from 3. Love how this guy's been playing tonight as well. Kobe Johnson and Lee going all the way to the basket as he's pumped. Those Bulldogs really showing a lot of fight, jumping out to as much as an 8-point lead in that first half. Northwest battled back in the second quarter, but Grandview doing great right now, up 5.
And a look at those first half stats. Neither team really blows you away from what they did in that first half. But again, we kept talking about the defensive pressure for Grandview, and it really shows up when you look at the numbers for Northwest. 25% from the floor, 2 of 7 from beyond the arc, 5 turnovers. And even though they're winning the rebound battle, they just haven't been able to get comfortable on the offensive end.
No, they really haven't, and it's credit to Grandview's defense again. They make it difficult to even make entry passes by the way they pressure the ball. You see Northwest not shooting well from the free throw line either. Only 3 of 10, 30% in the first half. It would be a different ball game if they made their free throws. Doing a great job on the boards, of course, but look at Grandview fast break points. They want to get out, and right now 8 points on the break.
And I imagine when you look at that free throw number, and I'm sure that Prentice Potts is more than aware, I mean, really there's no downside to being aggressive. Obviously, you want to keep players out of foul trouble, but, I mean, if they're not hurting you from the free throw line, you're just more aggressive, I'd imagine.
Yeah, you're just more aggressive. And on the defensive end, you're making them think twice about their shots. They know that someone is always going to be around them, pressuring them, and that makes you second guess, which throws off your rhythm. Basketball is a game of rhythm. If you can throw a team off, you're going to have a better opportunity to beat them. And I know Northwest probably hasn't faced a team like Grandview on the defensive end at all this year.
Now, Grandview, we've mentioned what's going right for them, but on the other side, flip the script for Shawnee Mission Northwest. How do you right the ship? It's only a 5-point game, but they look far from comfortable.
They definitely don't look comfortable. They look like they haven't seen a matchup like this before. And so you got to make sure your guys can handle the pressure and then go inside out. Taylor has to be more assertive, asking for the ball down low. We know when he get it, he can turn the shoulder, and he's already 7 feet tall and 9 feet when he puts his arms up. Just have to get in good position, trust your passes, but you got to make sure that you're playing against that pressure for Grandview to where they don't smell blood in the water, essentially, is what they're doing. That's why they're picking up, and sometimes they're pressing. They're just throwing different defenses at the Cougars to see how they respond. And so far, Grandview's been making them work for everything they got.
Hey, for what it's worth, Shawnee Mission Northwest has beaten every opponent but one by double digits this year. The only close game they had was back on January 9th when they beat a really good Olathe Northwest team on the road 51-50. Other than that, they have done nothing but blow out opponents. So that's the other side of this coin. Northwest has not been in a lot of close games, and I would imagine if they trailed at half of any of them, it would have maybe only have been that Olathe Northwest game. So David Birch, this is an unfamiliar position to be in so far this season through 9 games in a halftime hole.
Yeah, it definitely is, but this is where you earn your money as a coach, and players got to understand these are the tests you want in season so that you get down line to state and you're tried and you're tested. You understand that you're not going to blow every team out. Some teams are going to come out and they're going to give you their best shot, especially when you're undefeated, and it's all about how you respond. And so let's see how they respond in this second half.
Yeah, you mentioned this is a useful test. Shawnee Mission Northwest plays in a loaded Sunflower. And obviously, if you make it to the state tournament, it doesn't get any easier. A good finish from Keaton Wagler getting all the way to the cup to open up this third quarter.
And that's how you want to do it. You want to come out and be aggressive on the offensive end to start the game, start the second half.
And this one thrown away, but stepping on the baseline was Tyler Salmon, and it will stay with Grandview.
Yeah, not a good pass that time. And you see, you got to take care of the ball if you're Grandview. That 5-point lead can go away really quick.
Back to a 3-point game. They led by as many as 8 in that first half. And a quick finish by Kobe Johnson off the inbound.
Man, Kobe Johnson has a nice soft touch around the rim. And we got a foul on Kirkwood off the inbounds.
Kirkwood trying to stick around, draw a charge.
Yeah, we saw Johnson in the first half hit a couple of nice floaters as well.
Johnson up to 6 points in the game now. Him and Kirkwood have combined for 15 to the 26 tonight for Grandview. Wagler turnaround on the baseline.
Man, that is a nice job by Wagler going to the post against the smaller Grandview defenders and just shooting over top.
Keaton Wagler can fill it up as well, averaging 11.5 a game this season. Johnson. Aiden Lee thought about a 3. Instead, he'll spin into the lane, fade away. Aiden Lee can't get the roll.
That's a good shot by Lee, just a little strong. But his ability to create his shot along with Kirkwood.
Collins finishes over Johnson.
And you see, it's a lot easier to start this third quarter to get all the way to the basket than it was in that first half for the Cougars. And you could tell Coach is telling his guys, be aggressive. Let's play downhill. Let's get to the basket and try to get some easy shot opportunities.
And a much better start to this third quarter for David Birch's squad. They have trimmed that lead back to 1. Michael Smith got bumped on his drive. And what is Northwest doing early moments of this third quarter that's different from the first half?
Being more aggressive. They're taking it to Grandview now and not allowing Grandview to take it to them on the defensive end. Turning the corner is so important. You hear coaches talk about getting north to south on the basketball court, not east to west. And they've been doing that so far in the third quarter. Led to a couple of easy layups. Is Wagler doing his job offensively as well.
Lee catch and shoot off the inbounds. He got bumped after he shot that. No call, and back comes Northwest. Wagler. Back into the hands of Avon Riley. Wagler stepped out of bounds. And he goes back over to Grandview.
I just love the way Grandview plays defense with their helper recovery. Whenever one of their guys are beat, you see another one of their teammates coming up to help, and then they don't stay there. They're going to their teammates, man. It's just a beautiful thing to watch on the defensive end.
And we didn't touch on it, but they didn't shoot the ball well either in that first half. But this defense gives Grandview a little bit of room for error on the offensive end just by the way they force turnovers and their aggressiveness. Nice. Michael Smith, 2 more.
Yeah, I love Michael Smith. Love watching his game. Mid-range, jump shot, athletic, and can guard on the defensive end as well.
Salmon catch and shoot.
Ooh, that is there. That was nice. And Northwest starting to heat up. Playing with that confidence, tie ball game.
A 36% three-point shooter has just tied us at 28. First time it's been this close since the end of the first quarter, and Josiah Kirkwood adds 2 more.
He's the silencer right there. He knew his team needed a shot, needed a score. And the senior, nice job with the floater.
He's got 11, and he's the first Bulldog in double figures. Salmon.
That's a nice job. Nice backdoor by Salmon. Hit a 3 to play before, and that time moving without the basketball.
It was a good find by Wagler. Back and forth we go in this third quarter. Smith sizing up Riley. Both teams trying to work to tomorrow's championship game of the North Kansas City Invitational, where they will take on the host school.
Well, Grandview very patient on the offensive end.
Yeah, we saw this a couple of times in that first half where Grandview more than content to kill some clock. Smith through the lane, draws the foul. And they ate up, 45 seconds on this possession alone.
That's a good job by Smith, just probing out top, turns the corner, going left, takes the contact and draws the foul. Smart play by Smith.
Smith averaging 14 a game. Sitting on 8 points midway through the third quarter. One more coming for the Hogan Prep transfer, who averaged nearly 20 a game last year for Hogan Prep. Back to a 2-point Grandview advantage. Northwest has not led since the opening quarter.
It's that first bucket. Good job by Grandview. You see how they operate out top.
Salmon, tough turnarounds. Another good board by Johnson. And again, Grandview will slow up in the half court.
And they're being patient, which is smart.
Kirkwood using that screen, stepping back. Rebound pinballs, and Aiden Lee over to get it. Michael Smith, an open 3. Not there either. And the rebound will go back over to Northwest. Couple of missed opportunities for Grandview.
Yeah, you didn't need that shot if you're Michael Smith. No point in rushing it. There's no shot clock yet in Missouri. And so you should have pulled that one out, use some more clock, and try to get a better opportunity. I say that, and I would have shot it myself. That's what you're supposed to say when you're in my position now.
Well, that's how you become the leading scorer in North Kansas City Invitational history.
You said it.
By getting up a lot of shots.
You said it, man. When you're right, you're right.
That's an unofficial stat for those at home. I cannot confirm it at this time.
Or deny.
Yeah. It's probably true, though.
Probably.
Collins. Ooh, turnaround. I think that got partially blocked. Michael Smith comes out of there with it, and then he gets fouled.
the team rebounding that Grandview does, I mean, you just gotta love it. They just swarm to the ball. They do a phenomenal job of just getting hands on the basketball to knock it loose, and they're so scrappy. I'm telling you, I grew up watching Prentice Potts play and played against him, and that's just how he was. Tough-nosed player, and his guys have taken on his persona and the way he played.
And Grandview's got some length, but I think you described it perfectly. I mean, they just have an attitude for chasing down those loose balls. Johnson rolls that in.
Man, nice. Oh, my goodness. He has that Tim Duncan touch around the rim. That time, a nice hook shot. Grandview back out to 4, so the pace has changed, and Grandview has done a good job of adapting to that. They're getting it done on the defensive end, not allowing too many more easy shots as they did to open up the third quarter.
Tough baseline take, able to bank it in is Vince Nixon.
Well, good job by Nixon using the glass on that one after a nice jump stop.
It seems like Grandview is fine with bringing the pace of this game down to a crawl in the half court. I think Prentice Potts is going to be more than content with a 1 or 2 possession game the rest of the way. Lee, good pump. Aiden Lee missed it inside.
Oh, man, that was a big opportunity for Lee. Got caught in between whether to lay that one up or put it off the glass.
And a reach-in foul on Wagler's drive with 1:06 to go in quarter 3. Again, Shawnee Northwest 9-0 on the year, trying to stay perfect. Meanwhile, Grandview has won 5 in a row. They are 8-2 this year and trying to keep it rolling.
Nice move.
On the block, Van Collins. Inside 60 seconds. Lee slashing to the bucket. And the rebound back over to Northwest. I believe a loose ball foul. Going to get docked to Grandview as well.
Well, Lee, another opportunity. Just short on the layup. Those are the ones that you want to have back if you're Lee, because nice looks at the rim, just unable to come up with the bucket.
Back to a tie game. Inside 45 in this third quarter. Open 3, Collins for the lead.
Man, big shot by Collins, and the Cougars back out to 3, a 3-point lead.
Their first lead since the early moments of the opening quarter. And now Smith attacking. Smith missed the layup. It will stay with the Bulldogs with 17.8.
And that's 3 missed layups for Grandview, but not this time for Northwest. Collins knocking down a big 3 to give the Cougars a 3-point lead.
He has provided a spark in this third quarter. And now trouble getting it in, they do to Johnson. Johnson earns a trip to the line, much to the frustration of David Birch on that Northwest sideline. The credit, the Cougars battling back in this third quarter and imposing their will, most importantly with Ethan Taylor on the bench.
Yeah, that's big.
For the tail end of this third quarter.
That's big, and maybe Coach Birch is saying, hey, we gotta maybe go a little bit smaller to match up with their size and with their speed, get our shooters out there, give them no opportunities. And they've done a good job in this third quarter.
Johnson, an empty trip, but an offensive board on the missed free throw. Open 3, Kirkwood.
Oh, let's go! That's a nice answer by Kirkwood.
They're not going to get off the three-quarter court heave, and Kirkwood brings us even again as we head for the fourth quarter.
But take a look right here. Good offensive rebound, keeping it alive, and Kirkwood is deep on this one. Lets it fly. Good shot. Tie ball game as we head into the fourth.
Josiah Kirkwood, their best three-point shooter, and he's hit a couple of them tonight. 37-37. End of three quarters. You are watching the Hy-Vee Pepsi High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Tim Spurl, the all-time leading scorer in UMKC program history and North Kansas City Invitational history, I've been told as well. Michael Watson. That's probably the last time.
I mean, why not? Somebody's going to ask me about it, too. I'm just going to go with it.
I can't wait.
Like Timmy said it, so it's probably true.
Hey, in those huddles, again, I asked you at the end of the one quarter who felt better in their huddle, and now at the end of this third quarter, which huddle has got more going for them?
I think it's even right now. I think Grandview hitting that three, Kirkwood hitting that three before the end of the quarter really galvanized his team. Northwest did a good job of battling back, so it's even Steven right now in these last 8 minutes.
And Ethan Taylor back on the floor for the final 8. Lee from the free throw line. He left that short. And now Collins wants to run. One-on-one in the open floor. Van Collins is turning it on in this second half.
Boy, knocked down a three-pointer at that time. Got out on the break, able to finish with the layup.
He's in double figures with 11. Kirkwood stepping back from the elbow. He can't answer. Collins, another rebound. He's been tremendous. Taylor on the block, but they blow this one dead before the shot.
And you see the move he made immediately when he caught the basketball. Even though he was fouled, you see he's going to probably be more aggressive in this fourth quarter.
2-point Northwest lead. Taylor tried to spin away, but he got it stripped.
And you can't take it down low. Guys like Lee and Kirkwood will take it from you.
Smith putting it on the deck. Smith, tough floater. Collins got
Nice
this
steal.
tipped and taken. Smith, pretty shot from the elbow.
And he was going full speed down the floor, able to pull up on a dime to knock that one down.
Back to a tie game again with 6.5 to play. Taylor going to work on the block.
Nice. Big fella making his presence known down low.
He bullied Johnson that time inside. Kirkwood not there. He wanted a foul, but didn't get it.
Yeah, you don't need that shot. If you're Grandview, you want to continue to try to get downhill, not settle for outside shots. Great defense, though, by Kirkwood out top against Wagler.
Wagler moved it in the hands of Riley. And now this has turned into a lengthy possession. Collins a three. Grandview trying to run. And now they'll have to slow up in the half court again in a 2-point hole. They've led much of the way in this one, but back and forth much of the way from the midway point of the third quarter on. Anticipated a battle between two of the better teams in their respective classes, and it's lived up to the billing.
No, it really has, and great job by Northwest battling back when they looked down for much of the second and third quarter.
Kirkwood a runner. And back over to the Cougars. And now it seems like Grandview is a little bit uncomfortable in the half court. Some of these shots have just seemed rushed.
See if this defense of Grandview can get them back
There it is, right on cue. And a great job by Wagler. Outnumbered 2-on-1, and he disrupts the break by himself.
Yeah, just not a good pass by Michael Smith. Should have kept that one himself. 2-on-1. Make the defender play one and drop it off or shoot the layup.
Riley open from the corner. Tipped out to Wagler. He'll spin and get stripped.
Goodness.
Aiden Lee another steal. Lee stop and pop for the lead. Off the mark.
Yeah, just not a good shot by Lee on the break. Take that to the chest of the defender. Make them draw a foul.
Oh, huge corner three from Tyler Salmon.
And you miss a three on this end and you pay for it on the other end with Salmon shooting the three from the corner on the break. That's a big shot with 3:50 remaining.
How about this? Northwest's biggest lead. And a chance to add to it. Avon Riley can't finish the layup. Smith the rebound.
That's a great job by Smith getting back on defense.
3-on-2 break for Grandview. Kirkwood an open three.
Yeah! Big shot.
And just like that, back to a 2-point game.
That was a big shot, but great job rebounding the basketball on the other end of the floor for the Bulldogs. Smith coming down, draws the defense, sees Kirkwood in the corner, able to knock that one down and pull them back to within two.
Josiah Kirkwood has been the guy for Grandview tonight. 17 points and another triple, this time from the corner. 3:28, got ourselves a sprint to the finish line coming up on Spectrum News, and Dion Clisso was strapped in for it.
Well, guys, one thing I noticed the last time down, there were 4 guys in the paint for Grandview. They were really collapsing on that, got the steal out of that. If they can hit those shots, they've got a chance to hang with this game. I like what Shawnee Mission Northwest has done. Coach said they needed to shoot a lot better, and they've done a lot better in the second half than they did in the first, that's for sure.
Yeah, offensively, Northwest has been much more efficient. We noted their shooting struggles back at the first half, and David Birch's team has responded. But now, who's got the big shots down the stretch is going to be the question.
Well, Kirkwood, you know, he is not afraid of the moment. That time, stepping out, knocking it down for 3. We know Michael Smith as well. We see his toughness. But you got to be smart in the shots that you take. We've seen a few ill-advised shots for Grandview when they should have stayed aggressive, settling for those outside shots. But you see now they're picking up full court man to throw a little bit different look at the Cougars.
Neither team has played in a lot of close games this year.
And you want to play with the ball in front of Lee. We've seen it with a couple of good steals and another near one right there up top.
Uh-oh, Salmon. Woo. Taylor a one-handed rebound, and then he got it stripped.
No foul.
Smith leading the break, leaving it for Johnson. He spins, he finishes.
Nice. Oh,
we are tied again.
Goodness. I mean, the officials are letting them play. There's a lot of contact. Taylor pushing off and then them slapping down on the ball, but officials are letting them play.
Gonna come down to the wire from Northtown. Collins stepped out of bounds. Here comes Grandview.
Well, take a look right here. A lot of contact on that last rebound. But here comes Smith coming down. Watch a nice Euro step through. Drops it off to Johnson. Under control, spins and puts it off the glass to tie the ball game up with the Cougars.
Operative phrase, under control.
For sure.
So difficult on the break.
This is why I think Grandview has the advantage. One-on-one, guys like Kirkwood can go get a bucket, as well as Smith.
Smith, Johnson back in the paint against the taller Taylor, got it blocked away.
Yeah, you got to be smart. You can't go up against him like that. You're just not going to get it over his outstretched arms. Got to pull that one out and live to play another possession.
Inside, 2 to go. Winner to the championship of the North Kansas City Invitational. They dump in for Taylor. Open 3 on the wing.
Yeah, Collins! shot, but what a pass from Ethan Taylor inside out. Take a look at it right here. Great job getting the ball in the post under control, draws 3 defenders, and Collins, no hesitation, knocking that one down. You see the tongue wag out after that shot. He knew it was good. I'm watching the crowd for the Cougars. They know he's Mr. Automatic from 3.
He flipped a switch at halftime, and he has been a monster for Shawnee Mission Northwest in the 3rd and 4th quarters. He's hit all the big shots, seemingly, for the Cougars since halftime.
Yeah, he really has, and timely shots. We talked about time, score, and possession, knowing when to take your shot, when you're not open, when to pull it out. We see Johnson in critical moments. He's trying to go up against Taylor. You're not going to win that battle. You're not going to draw the foul. And then that cost them an opportunity at a score, and Collins made him pay. But we've seen Grandview. They're not going to give up. Minute 40 remaining in the game.
They don't have to get it all back right here. Approaching 90 seconds to go in the game. They will take their time. Remember, Northwest has not shot it well from the free throw line. Smith trying to make it a 1-point game.
Man.
Got bumped.
25% three-point shooter. Let him shoot it.
Take a look, Michael Smith getting to the bucket. You hear Coach Birch talking. He said, we got to know personnel. Smith, a 25% three-point shooter. Got to make him shoot that shot.
And these free throws are critical. Neither team has been good from the free throw line tonight. And this is an important one. This to cut it back to a 2-point game. Rattles that home. And now this Grandview defense, the pressure falls on them. Riley almost got it poked from behind, but a reach-in foul call.
Yeah, whenever you swing down on top of the ball handler, you got to swing up, try to knock it loose that way. That's the 3rd team foul for Grandview.
So another one to give for the Bulldogs. Inside Taylor. Taylor through a double, can't finish. Rebound, batted out to Lee. Full court, Kirkwood.
Man, look at that. Just like that. Rebound, fast break, 2 points. We've got a tie ball game.
Defense to offense has been the key all night for Grandview.
And this is where I think Grandview has the advantage defensively. They know how to get out and attack defensively. But take a look right here. We talked about it all night long. Team rebounding, gets it inside to Taylor. He misses, but watch. Keeping it alive and right out to the break. Kirkwood gets out a nice lead pass from Lee to tie this one up.
And again, you were talking about it earlier in this half. The attitude and want to from that Grandview team for every loose ball, because again, that's a ball that comes down to the floor. Everyone's got a shot at it, but Grandview has won that battle more times than not tonight.
Who wants it more? And that's what Coach Posh is talking about in this huddle right now. This is where we wanted to be. This is why we play the way we do. More importantly, this is why we practice the way we practice so hard, and defensively we get out after. And Coach Birch on the other side, he's going to be talking about execution. Let's get a good shot. Let's not waste it. And if we miss, let's make sure we're trying to rebound and keep them away from getting a fast break. That's been Grandview's MO. Rebound, get out on the break. This is going to be a good finish the last 42 seconds.
I'm sure David Birch would love to take this clock all the way down, but I don't know that it's possible.
No, not with the way Grandview plays defense. Somebody will take it from you.
And so ball control is going to be vital in the last 42.7. What a semifinal game it has been between the 3rd-ranked team in Kansas 6A and the 7th-ranked team in Missouri Class 5. Coming down to the wire. Collins has been tremendous in this second half. Inside 30 seconds.
Looks like they're going to be content to try and get one shot up. And look at the defense by Kirkwood.
Inside 15. They haven't made a motion towards the basket yet. Going to have to now. Inside 10. Open three. Salmon. Offensive rebound. Taylor for the win.
Oh, wow.
The 7-foot super sophomore.
That's when size matters right there. There's nothing you can do. You play that possession as perfectly as you possibly could, but you can't teach 7 feet with a 7-foot wingspan. Wow, what a finish.
Ethan Taylor, a clutch rebound, and he kept it straight up and finished at the horn to give Shawnee Mission Northwest a 2-point win in thrilling fashion.
That was a great game. Great job by both teams. Let's take it down to Dion, who's with the game-winning player, Ethan Taylor.
Down here with Ethan Taylor, and that game was, you guys were struggling in the first half. You got things going in the second half a little bit better. What was that like to be able to just have that ball kind of be right there to you, right that right spot?
The ball was coming to me. I was like, please let me make this. Because it looked short. I was like, please let me make this. And ended up going in, and we just ended up winning the game. I was in the right place to help my team win.
Well, tell me this, how important is a game like this for you guys as you go forward? You had a lot of blowouts. You haven't had that many close wins. You get this win tonight, and then you get a good North Kansas City team tomorrow.
It helped us because we realized we have some things we need to work on, and we just came into this thinking we were going to be able to coast to this, and we weren't, so this was able to push us, and we were able to go through adversity.
Well, good luck the rest of the way.
Ethan Taylor, the double-double tonight, and the game-winning walk-off putback to win it for Shawnee Mission Northwest. What a finish for the Cougars, who remain undefeated. Stay with us on Spectrum News. Shawnee Mission Northwest remains unbeaten, a perfect 10-0 on the season now, as they walk it off against Grandview tonight in the semifinals of the North Kansas City Invitational. Ethan Taylor, the hero, the double-double, the game-winning rebound and bucket at the horn to preserve Shawnee Mission Northwest's undefeated mark. Michael, this was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Two really, really good teams. Either team could have won that one. Great job by Northwest battling back after not playing well in that second and third quarter. But guys like Collins and Salmon and then Taylor stepping up to win that game. But got to give a lot of credit to Coach Potts and this Grandview Bulldog team. I mean, you just don't have 7 feet out there to rebound the basketball at the end, but great job. What they do defensively will carry them a long way.
Shawnee Mission Northwest survives again, only their second win in a tight game, but they get it at the horn. But good news for you, no one comes close to your all-time leading score mark in this invitational.
Breaking news. It's confirmed. It's a thing.
But they'll have a chance to dethrone you tomorrow in the championship of this North Kansas City Invitational. It'll be Shawnee Mission Northwest in the host school, North Kansas City. Until next Friday, though, thank you for joining us on the Spectrum News Hy-Vee Pepsi Game of the Week.